Good morning students. Today we are going to learn how to take care of our teeth. So I am going to tell you some rules that you have to follow to keep your teeth healthy and strong. These are the good habits with the help of which we can keep our teeth very healthy, beautiful and strong. So the first care of the teeth is that we should brush our teeth twice daily. So brushing of teeth 2 times in a day is very important. First time when you get up early in the morning, you have to brush your teeth. So also before going to sleep, before going to bed, you have to brush your teeth. Brushing your teeth at the bedtime is very important because the food particles which have got sticked into your teeth, between the teeth, they will get removed off, and so your teeth will not get decayed nor any germs will work on your teeth. So it is very necessary to brush your teeth in the morning when you get up and before going to the bed during the night. So also one more important rule that you need to follow is brushing of teeth in a proper way. All the teeth in the upper jaw, the teeth in the lower jaw, they need to be cleaned properly. So you have to clean with circular motion. You have to move your brush in a circular motion. Also you need to move the brush up and down, inside surface, outside surface, lower teeth, upper teeth, the teeth in the lower jaw, the teeth in the upper jaw, all the teeth should be cleaned in a proper way by the proper movements like circular motions, up and down motion, downward motion, upward motion. The brush has to move in your entire mouth, to your upper jaw, to your lower jaw. All the brush should reach to each and every teeth. Only then the teeth will be cleaned properly. Otherwise, the teeth will not get cleaned properly and they will start decaying. Okay. So the next point is you have to eat raw vegetables and fruits. Raw vegetables and fruits like carrots and apples. What do these carrots and apples do? They make your gums and teeth very strong. So it is very necessary that you eat raw vegetables and fruits like carrots and apples, which make your gums and teeth very strong. Also, you need to rinse your mouth. What is rinsing? When you have your food, when you complete eating your food, take some water in your mouth and just move that water within your mouth, up, down, left, right, and then throw out that water. What happens because of this? The food particles that are sticked between your teeth and inside the teeth, they will come out with the water and they will move out of your mouth, and so you can avoid the tooth decay. So also you need to avoid too much of chocolates and too much of sweets. So the germs like the sweets and chocolates very much, and if you eat these sweets or chocolates in greater quantity, the germs will get attracted towards your teeth and they will start decaying your teeth. So too much of chocolates and too much of sweets should be avoided. So also you should have milk and milk products in greater quantity. Milk, then you can have curd, buttermilk, paneer, cheese, all these milk products you can have in greater quantity. All the milk products are having calcium in them in a greater quantity, and our teeth are made up of calcium. So when we eat milk products which are filled with calcium, it is obviously good for our teeth. So also flossing of the teeth is very necessary. Now what is this flossing? Flossing means to clean the between part of the teeth. The part which is between the two teeth needs to be cleaned. Flossing is a process in which floss thread is used to clean the space between the two teeth. In market or in medical stores, you can get the floss threads, and with the help of those floss threads you have to clean the middle part of the teeth, that is between two teeth you have some space, and that thread can go in that space and can clean that part. That is called as flossing. So the next is visit a dentist regularly. So it is very necessary that you take care, you eat these fresh and good vegetables, you have milk products, you floss your teeth, but after doing all this, it is very necessary that you visit a dentist. A dentist is a doctor who is specialized in our teeth. So he can tell us about any problems that we have in our teeth or what care we should take. So we have to visit the dentist at least 2 times in a year, 2 times within a year. In 6 months, 1 time. Within a year, 2 times you can visit a dentist, and so you can take care of your teeth in a proper way. The next is about the microbes. Now what are these microbes? The microbes are the small organisms. What are these microbes? Microbes are the very small organisms that are found everywhere. These microbes, they are found everywhere. Maybe in water, in air, in soil, in food. Everywhere we found these microbes, that are the small organisms. These microbes are of 4 types. So the kinds of microbes. The first type is bacteria. The second one is viruses. The third is fungi, and the fourth one is protozoa. So we see here that there are 4 types of microbes. Now what are these bacteria actually? Bacteria are the single-celled microbes, and these are of various types. Rod-shaped, comma-shaped, spiral-shaped. Bacteria can be found in various shapes. So also the viruses. These viruses are the microbes which are smaller than the bacteria also. So these viruses are even minute than the bacteria. Next are the fungi. Fungi are also the multi-celled microbes, and these fungus or these fungi, they grow on dead and decaying organic matter. If any food is lying for 2 to 3 days in some place, the fungi, the microbes called as fungi, start growing on the decaying food. The next is protozoa. Protozoa are also single-celled microbes. Okay. So all these types of microbes are present in our atmosphere, maybe air, water, food, soil, everywhere. All these 4 types of microbes are present. But some of these some of these microbes are harmful to us. They can cause damage to us, while there are some microbes which are very useful to us. Let us see which of the microbes are harmful, or what type of diseases do we get because of these microbes. Also we will be seeing how these microbes are useful to us. How can they be very helpful to us? So the first is harmful microbes. So as I have told you, 4 types of microbes are there. The first one is bacteria. How can this bacteria be harmful to us? The diseases that are caused because of the bacteria are typhoid, diphtheria, pneumonia, and tuberculosis. So typhoid is a disease or a sickness in which we have very high fever and our immunity goes on decreasing. Okay. Diphtheria, then we have pneumonia, then we have tuberculosis. Pneumonia and tuberculosis are the sicknesses or illnesses in which our respiratory tract is involved. So cough gets stored there in the respiratory tract and it causes problem in our breathing. So also the next microbe, that is viruses. How do these viruses cause harm to us? Because of the viruses we have various sicknesses like measles, then we have polio, then smallpox, influenza, which is a type of a flu, and we have common cold. So the viral infections, viruses cause viral infections. When there is change in the atmosphere, these viral infections are found in greater quantity. These viruses start attacking the human bodies and they cause diseases like polio, measles, then common cold, cough, also flus, various types of flus, that is influenza. Also, the next microbe is fungi. Now what does this fungi do? This fungi causes diseases like ringworm and athlete's foot. So they cause damage to our skin or our muscles, we can say. Ringworm is a skin infection because of which there is infection to our skin and a round ring like injury is found or a wound is found on our body. So also athlete's foot. It is a type of disorder in which we have problem in our foot. Also the next microbe, which is protozoa. Now what does this protozoa do? This protozoa causes harms like malaria and dysentery. Okay, what happens in malaria? Yes, we have fever, we start feeling cold. Too much of cold is felt by our body. So also the other sickness or illness we call dysentery, that is loose motions. So because of the protozoas, what happens? We have diseases like malaria and dysentery. Next is about the useful microbes. Now what are these useful microbes? How are these microbes useful to us? Let us see. So there are some microbes that are very useful to us. A fungus. So a fungus which is called as yeast helps us in making soft cakes and breads. So what is done when we are preparing bread, when we are preparing cakes, this fungus called as yeast is added in our food because it does not harm us but it is useful for our food. And so yeast, the fungus yeast is added to the preparation of bread and cake so that the breads and the cakes, they become soft. Also there is a bacteria which is called as lactobacillus which helps to convert the milk into curd. So the milk is converted into curd with the help of the bacteria called as lactobacillus. Okay. The next is some bacteria help in the decaying of dead plants and animals. So when the plants get dried up, when the animals die, there are some microbes which help in the decaying. Since these bacteria help in the decaying of dead plants and animals, they get destroyed and no foul smell or bad smell comes out from the plants and animals. So the bacteria like yeast help us in preparing soft breads, cakes. So also lactobacillus helps in converting the milk into curd. Also there are some bacteria which help in decaying of the dead plants and animals. Also there are some bacteria that are present in our body and they help to produce vitamins. So there are some bacteria which are present within our body and these bacteria help to produce vitamins in our body, and vitamins are very essential for our body to protect our body from various types of illnesses and sickness. So the bacteria help to produce vitamins and these vitamins increase our immunity, increase our power to fight against the disease causing germs. So also there are some bacteria which help in the process of digestion. So some bacteria are present in our stomach which help to digest the food that we eat. So some are harmful microbes while some microbes are very useful to us. We can't say that in general the microbes are not good. There are some microbes, there are some fungi, there are some bacteria which also give us many useful things like producing of vitamins, helping in digestion, converting of milk into curd. So microbes are harmful. Some are harmful, some are useful. So this was all about the microbes, and also we saw about the care of teeth, how to take care of our teeth. This was the entire lesson about teeth and microbes.